Hey guys, just a quick little note before we start the video. Every episode of this Let's Play from day 4, or for the entirety of day 4, is going to be post commentary. Yeah, something weird happened with my audio. I tried to get rid of noise reduction because I noticed that a lot of times you can hear my laptop fan or the air conditioner or whatever in the background if you listen closely. So I was trying to get rid of that with noise reduction in Audacity, and when I did that, it just compressed the audio so much somehow that you can't even hear what I'm saying, or it skips a lot. But anyway, yeah, so just keep that in mind as day 4 goes on. Welcome back, mitochondrians, to the Parasite Eve Let's Play, TheScottSpot. So last time we finished day 3, and now we're ready to begin day 4, conception. At the end of day 3, the police station was attacked, and basically a bunch of police officers died. Chief Baker saved Ben from being attacked by Shiva, who had transformed into a monster thanks to Eve. And yeah, but we managed to save everybody. So let's go ahead and continue on, shall we? With day 4, conception. People. Come on, Daniel. You're in charge now. I guess with Baker gone, Daniel is the second in command, so I guess he's in charge. Looks like Warner survived too. Yeah, well, I'm not used to this sort of thing. You're doing great, boss. But why did Eve decide to attack the precinct? To get rid of us? Well, that doesn't make sense because Aya is the only one that poses a threat to Eve, really. Maybe that Japanese guy knows. You're right. Where'd he go anyway? Well, I can think of one place he might be. I bet he's snooping around the criminal ID lab on the 3rd floor. That makes sense. It is the lab. I'll be fine. Besides, I promised Nix at the hospital that I'd still alive too. That's good. Anything else, guys? What about this guy? We'll start fixing up the office. Yeah, please do. This place is a freaking mess. Alright, well, let's head out and check out what's going on around the station now, since everybody seems to be out. It looks like the police station is still trashed. I guess that makes sense, though. It would take more than a day to clean up this place, unless Consuela stopped by. Okay, so the first place that we want to go to is the locker room down here. Because if you'll remember, we got a key from one of the dying cops that will actually open up one of these lockers. And if you remember towards the beginning of the game, when we first came to the station, there was a cop that said, "It's mine, it's all mine," and he was checking this locker. Well, now we can see what it was, and it was a trading card. The trading cards work just like the mod permits, in that you can give them to Wayne, and he will add an additional special parameter slot to your weapons. And we'll take care of that in a second. So I think previously I told you guys that the mod permits and the trading cards were like the tools, but that's not actually the case. So before we go looking for Mida, let's see if we can't take care of some business with Wayne now that Taurus is gone. Don't you worry. I'll be looking after this place for Taurus. You leave all equipment tweaks to me. We're playing it my way now. No permit needed. Well, that doesn't really matter because we can still use them to make modifications. Because I think you still do need those. So, what'll it be? I think you still do need those to tune up your equipment. Let's see. Maybe we should discard any junk. I don't think we have any, right? And then we can go ahead and store whatever armors we don't want. We don't really need the M92. And we really don't. I think we want to keep the N jacket because we're going to transfer its bonuses over eventually. We also want to get the CR vest because that's another thing that we're going to transfer bonuses from. Just sort things here to keep everything organized. And then we'll do the same thing with items. Oh, so I do have some junk. Well, we're going to save our trading card until later, just like we saved our mod permit. But we definitely don't need the storage key or the locker key anymore. And we also don't really need all these freaking medicines. And we'll use that tool later towards the end of the game. I think it might be good to keep like 4 medicine 2s. So let me just move those over real quick. Because really, I mean, how many medicines do we really need? It's not like we're not going to get more. So that should be good, I think. And now we'll discard our junk. 2 junks closer. And I forgot to sort, so let me do that. And I think we're done here for now. Aya, you take Eve down. Do it for Taurus, alright? I guess they already got rid of the body. Well, I guess that you would hope so, since it's been a day since then. Alright. So now that we've done that, there's nothing else in the kennel anymore. Let's actually head on up to speak with Maida, assuming he is in the criminal lab. We are now allowed to go to whenever we like. Not that there's ever much reason to come up here after this next scene. That alarm's still going off, I see. Now, we're going to go up a floor here. Yeah, there's really no point in going into any of these rooms. Alright, and then the criminal lab is actually through this door on the right. But there is a little something that we could see if we head back towards the room where we fought Shiva. Just gotta go. Oh, looks like they haven't cleaned up the Shiva slime yet. Restricted. Do not enter. Captain Dollis. So Daniel posted that. I wonder why they didn't want anybody to go in there. Maybe they're worried like the mutation could be contagious. I guess that sort of makes the scene where Eve's cells directly affected Maya's. They probably just don't have a complete understanding of how the mitochondria rebellious cells work. And yep, Maida's in here. I wonder if he's made it special friends with the lab tech. Thought you'd be here. How did you guess? This kind of place makes me think more clearly. Wonder what kind of stuff he was doing up here. The lab tech doesn't seem especially concerned with him. Hey Maida, why did Eve attack the priest? That's a good question. What I want to know is why Eve didn't show herself this time. That is another good question. This is the first day we didn't see Eve. I felt her presence here, but as soon as we arrived, she was gone. It could be a distraction. Distraction? What for? Is there a sperm bank or a hospital that conducts artificial insemination nearby? A sperm bank? Well, I don't think Eve's body will last much longer. Right now, the mitochondria are just parasites in her body. So she's trying to create this ultimate being, like she did in Japan? I'm afraid so. So if we can stop her from getting there, she'll die eventually. Oh, I think a doctor at St. Francis Hospital specialized in artificial insemination. How does Daniel randomly know that? I mean, how... Oh, Maida. Hey, what about me? What about you, D? You're captain for now, remember? You gotta look after the precinct. Oh, alright. Here, take this then. And we get 30 bullets. Thanks, Daniel. Wish you could have given us something a little more useful than that, though. I have plenty of bullets. Okay. And then it automatically takes us out to the world map. I bet you, this is the first game I've ever played that sperm or a sperm bank is considered a plot point. I wonder how long it would take Eve to die, though, honestly. So, there's no reason to really go anywhere else on this map. Nothing's going on anywhere except for the hospital. What's wrong? You're awfully quiet. It's the first time we've seen Aya driving. I wonder why Daniel didn't come with us. Didn't we just go over this? He said he's gonna get the dirt on Clamp. He also wants to be with Ben. Oh, yes, of course. Maida. Yes? That creature that was born in Japan. What happened to it? It died, along with the scientist that was its father. How did a monster like that die? The mitochondria from the father didn't connect with the ones passed from Eve. It began to deteriorate and the father held onto the dissolving flesh, and they died. Wow, that's dark. Even though it's a monster, I guess it's still your child. Wow, that got deep for a second. Comment below if you would still consider a monster that you gave birth to your child. So now it's time for the St. Francis Hospital. So let's head on in. By the way, sorry if my commentary seems a little off. Like I said, this is post-commentary, and while I'm watching this, the video is like glitching super bad. Stupid VLC media player. Here it is. This hospital. It's hot. It looks like Eve is in there. Well, I don't think he means that he can see Eve. I just think that he can feel himself getting hotter as he gets closer, so he knows that, like, Eve is nearby. You wait here. Why do we even bring him? Aya! Take this. What is it? Oh, are you about to give us another freaking useless charm? This one is a Mayoki, a helpful good luck charm, and I looked it up, and the Mayoki is actually like some kind of ceremonial bell. So I'll put up another picture of it so you can see what that's like, along with a description if I can find a better one. I remember when I was looking for pictures before when recording this the first time, it looks like there was some kind of Japanese anime or manga called Mayoke, which made it hard to find pictures of the actual traditional ceremonial Mayoke. It's a bell to keep away bad spirits. Just hold on to this, okay? Can do, Maida. Except for I'm immediately going to go put it in storage. Thank you. I'll keep it. No, I won't. What else you got to say? It's hot. It looks like Eva's in there. Yeah, nothing else, huh? Okay, so now at this point, before I head into the hospital, I'm actually going to go back to the weapons department so I can store the Mayoke, so I have more inventory space. So I'm actually going to, while I do that, cut, because there's no point. So I'll catch you guys in a minute. And we're back at the hospital. So I stored the Mayoke, and now we're back. So I'm actually going to end this episode here because I don't want to like start the next dungeon and only get a couple rooms in. By the way, the St. Francis Hospital is the dungeon of the episode, or of the day. So yeah, we got straight to it for this day. I mean, it's already night and everything. So it should be interesting. Thanks for watching. I'm Detective Scott. I will catch you mitochondrians next time for more Parasite Eve at the TheScottSpot. Thanks.